detectives out here, bro, coming over here on some false arrest and stuff, boy. What's your badge number? What's your badge number? 58, what's your badge number? Boy, I don't got no badge number. I ain't 12. What's your badge number? Hold on, get that. Look. Look, coming here on some false arrest.
We live in
Fuck
some
out my
different
yard.
times, bro. That counting is not me.
Whether or not the pages were fake, someone tried to capitalize off a tragic death. In this day and age of clout chasing and act.
Yeah, whoa.
YouTube town family, what's the biz? Y'all already know what it is, man. Positive vibes always, all days. You know how I'm rocking, and you already know ain't nothing to it but to do it. So we about to jump right into it. I hope everybody feeling well out there today, as always. And if you haven't already, please click that like, share, subscribe, and notification button so you can stay up to date with the latest and greatest content. You dig? You don't want to miss out. Tune in. I appreciate the love. Anywho, without further ado, welcome to Todd-Town.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. For this video, we're going to be speaking on a 13-year-old girl that was stabbed to death by a 14-year-old boy who was mocking her death on social media as his friends went on to brag about it,
Crazy.
disrespecting the dead girl.
That's crazy.
10 a.m. Sunday morning, May 9th. St. Johns County Sheriffs received a call for a
beautiful
missing
little
child, 13-year-old TRISTYN Bailey. According to her family, she was last seen around midnight wearing a cheerleading skirt and a dark-colored shirt. The sheriffs immediately deployed numerous resources to begin a search for the young girl to determine her whereabouts, including a mass notification to the public, the media, and the school district. 8 hours later, her body was found. She was discovered by a member of the community by a pond, and at first, she wasn't described by anything else other than being clothed when she was found. Surveillance video obtained from the North Durban Amenity Center showed TRISTYN walking with a male
at
at
least that's no sign of
1:14
rape,
Sunday
hopefully.
morning. At 1:45, a home surveillance system captured TRISTYN and the male walking on Saddlestone Drive. And at 3:27 a.m., that same home would capture the male walking back by himself with a pair of Nike sneakers in his hands. She was found by a pond located east of the cul-de-sac on Saddlestone Drive.
Bro,
She
you
had
took
a
the
significant
shoes?
injury to her head and trauma to her body. She was wearing a black shirt and black pants when she was found. The male was identified as
shoes.
14-year-old Aiden Fucci, and he was taken into custody the following day.
That
A
looks
search
familiar.
warrant was
I
executed.
think I remember that case being covered. I think I remember that. I remember that mugshot. It looks kind of familiar.
Aiden's home, where sheriffs recovered multiple items of evidentiary value inside of his bedroom, consistent with clothing seen on surveillance video. Some of these items produced a positive test result for blood. Aiden was questioned in a video audio recorded room where he changed his story several times and, according to police, made several admissions. When his mother asked why he was on video with his sneakers off, he said his feet hurt.
Okay. It was
Based
his
on the
sneakers.
interview, video, and evidence found in his bedroom, the 14-year-old was charged with second-degree murder, booked into the St. Johns County Jail, transferred to Volusia County for his own safety, and ordered by a judge to be held under the Department of Juvenile Justice for 21 days. It was later made public the girl had been stabbed to death, and the sheriff of St. John County didn't even want to say how many times. As devastating as this crime is, and the ages of those involved,
Really? Ignorant, man.
it's what followed on social media that's captured everyone's attention. Aiden was only taken into custody as a witness at first, and because of that, he was not handcuffed in the back of the sheriff's vehicle, nor was he searched.
They making it seem like she was like an op or something. They the way they posting it like that was she
So he decided to take a Snapchat picture from the back of the sheriff's squad car with the caption saying,
Oh, they
"Hey guys,
wildin'.
has anybody seen Tristan lately?" This would only start a social media campaign. Disrespect towards the deceased 13-year-old girl.
That's crazy.
Alleged friends of Ada would go on and make post after post disrespecting the girl and hashtagging free Aiden. It got so bad, St. John County sheriffs made a public statement against multiple Instagram accounts reported by tipsters that were using the murder case to try and gain fame and followers. The accounts were investigated and no longer needed to be forwarded to the sheriffs, who stated those individuals had nothing to do with the crime. The posts themselves were
trying to
so
get clout.
disrespectful,
That's a shame.
blaming the girl
That's
for
crazy.
sneaking out, saying if she hadn't been dressed how she was dressed, she'd still be alive, and they were smoking on her. One of the accounts stood out as it was a nerdy-looking kid that went viral rapping NBA Youngboy lyrics, becoming known as NBA White Boy or NBA Honcho 3 times. Multiple accounts were made using his pictures, and detectives even showed up to his house, his voice on the verge of crying as he recorded them.
Detectives out here, bro, coming over here on some false arrest and stuff, boy. What's your badge number? What's your badge number? 58, what's your badge number? Well, I don't got no badge number. I ain't 12. What's your badge number? Hold on, get that. Look.
What type
coming here on some
of...
false
we live in
Fuck out
some
my
different
yard.
times, bruh. Counting, it's not me.
Whether or not the pages were fake, someone tried to capitalize off a tragic death. And this day and age of clout chasing and acting like death is a game has only influenced the young, dumb, fuck-ass generation into thinking they're living
And let me
a
tell you,
life.
bro, y'all really don't understand what y'all be playing with. Like, I feel like, at least for when I was coming up, we have sense in a sense. Like, I cannot understand what you kids, like, man, I really don't get it, bro. This makes no sense to me. I don't even understand that. Like, at 16, I can remember the stuff we was into, and the dang show wasn't stuff like this. 14, she's 14, 15, 16. And like I said, they making it seem like she's a op. I thought it was like some type of like love story that I thought was presumed to hear about, but it just seemed like she was hated. And honestly, she's a beautiful looking girl. I bet it was just kind of jealous, probably jealousy. You know how it is.
Portrayed by rappers
It's crazy.
who month after fucking month die from the same energy they put out. Now, first and foremost, I'm just gonna jump into my humble Caucasian opinion. This crack-ass, inbred-ass looking kid is going to be a boy in prison. You can tell just by looking at him and any of his fuck-ass friends. When they go to prison, or if they go to prison, he definitely will. He's gonna get sent to a youth offender prison first, right? Because of his age. Because if they just put him on an adult compound, he's gonna be used like a sex toy.
He went in
They're
on
gonna
him.
put him in a youth offender prison. They're gonna press this kid. He's gonna break it off. He's gonna be a jizzle and extorted until they put him on an adult compound.
not lying,
and
though,
then he's
like,
gonna become a boy.
I mean, you look at him, and that's the thing about it. Like you again, like I always say, they don't think about the aftermath, right? Even in the sense of doing what they do, y'all don't even understand what y'all about to go through. Cause them jails and prisons, boy, it ain't nothing to play with, boy. Like, he don't look like he built for it. Any of them people that was right, most of the time, the main ones talking ain't really built for nothing. I'll tell you that. Once you hear all that woofing and, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy because, I mean, and like I say, that vibration that you put out there, that energy you put out there, man, like you said, it will be returned. I'm telling you, boy. That's why I move right. Like, I don't, and for what? Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like
honestly,
I say, they don't give themselves a
being
chance.
A boy, they're gonna turn him out, and he's gonna be a fuck doll for the rest of his bit in prison, and most likely end up killing himself because he can't take being inside of there with the amount of dick they're trying to put in him. And that's just the reality of what happens to little white kids in prison.
I ain't gonna say
You
all
have
that
a
now,
few
but
that, you know, we'll go in there and get on some gangster shit. I highly fucking doubt that this kid is gonna be one of those few. Now, the story sounds like the girl snuck out of her house. That's why the last time she was seen was at midnight. She snuck out at 1 and for some reason decided to take a walk with this kid, and he ends up stabbing her to death.
For
why
what?
he stabbed her, I don't know. The first thing everybody assumed was she must have gotten raped. Young, pretty girl. She's a cheerleader, and this kid looks like a little weirdo. They went to the same school. It's just a weird situation. That's why the first thing they reported was she had clothes on when she was found.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's why I said at least she was. I said it.
Instagram
I was like, at
accounts,
least she
whether they're
not
fake or
raped.
They were alleging
Hopefully.
if she only had taken her clothes off, she would still be alive. And they were saying a lot of crazy, sick shit.
That's
but if
crazy,
you peep
man.
game, it's just the shit that rappers say. Oh, we're smoking on this. We're smoking on that.
That's why I say these
She a
kids
pack
don't
now.
know what
She
they
in the
playing.
backwood. All this is influence really from Chicago, and that shit spread everywhere else. The gangs were smoking on each other, dissing the dead, and now I guess it's cool to do that for anybody that dies.
Man,
Civilians,
sad.
13-year-old
Sad
girls.
business.
I don't know. But at the same time, these are 13, 14-year-old boys. It's just a lot of immaturity in this.
Exactly.
Kids not
And like I
realize-
keep saying, these kids ain't even giving themselves a chance to live. Like, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, you know what I mean? Me back at that age with, some of my clans, and yeah, we was probably doing some young and dumb stuff, but like as time go on, it just seemed like these kids get into a point where it's like, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, killing, like, I can't even feel like, at 14, what was I doing? Not that.
What type of fucking game they're really playing. But Aiden's gonna find out. If they have as much evidence as they have and they think he's the only person involved, they don't think anyone else was involved with this shit, he's done. I wouldn't be surprised within the next week or two he gets charged as an adult. The full, record, arrest report, all the details are gonna come out. It's gonna give the details on exactly what happened to that girl. It's going to give the details on if anybody else is getting investigated as far as these fake social media accounts that claim they have something to do with it, saying free him, da-da-da. A lot of things are going to come to light. And if this kid goes to prison, I guarantee shit is not going to go good for him. And for the other accounts, if that was actually them, it wasn't just a fake troll using their pictures, it's wild because you can look at them and tell that they're just some suburban ass white boys. Like, one
Right.
kid's
Like, y'all
deep
not
throating
about
the
that
fucking
life,
vape
bruh.
in every
Like-
picture. You know what I mean? And
Man, for real.
there's
Goofy.
a lot of people that have never experienced what they wish they lived. A lot of kids wanna-
and I talk about that all the time, man. I talk about that all the time because I see it out here, man. I'm like, a lot of y'all be pretending. Y'all really not about that, bro. I could tell, man. When you been through it, you really, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't about that. Like, you grew up, you seen enough. And a lot of these kids nowadays, and it's really based off clout. Like, for whatever reason, man, these kids want to be noticed, clout, and like, and at the end of the day, none of that stuff get them nowhere. Like, you ain't going nowhere, bro. Like, it makes no sense, bro. It ain't the bit, like, even back in them times where I was, let's say just indulging in the different things, we didn't want people to know about it. That's what I don't understand. Like, we out here doing whatever. We ain't posting, we ain't calling, it's like, hey, don't even talk, don't text us about, like, hey, like, that's why I say I don't understand, like, this new generation.
In the hood, a lot of kids want to live this thug life and act like they're doing this and that until they actually are.
And then that's the
Shock.
thing.
The culture shock of
Bruh, they
actually
be-
being
boy.
in that shit. Or being in prison with motherfuckers that was raised in that shit.
Don't even be ready for it.
They fall victim because they can't handle it and they can't adjust. And I've seen a lot of these kids when I went to Appalachia Correctional Institution in Florida. These white kids were killing themselves because they couldn't handle the pressure. They didn't have the balls to pick up a knife and go stab somebody. So they'd end up killing themselves because they couldn't wake up every day having their food taken and getting fucked in a cell repeatedly.
That's crazy,
by numerous
bro.
inmates.
That's crazy.
And I'm just keeping it raw with y'all. This is how it is inside the prison. Shit is not sweet. You will get raped. It's going down. And, you know, there's a lot of less raping because motherfuckers is just breaking it off and giving it up because they scared. That's the reality of what happens in prison. Motherfuckers will force you into some shit and force you to think that you like that shit. And other motherfuckers will just look at you like, damn, I'm glad I'm not living his life. That couldn't have been me. I'd have killed some shit. And it's crazy because these kids go to prison for finding a victim like a 13-year-old girl or an old lady, and they brutally murder them, but they can't catch a body inside a prison. They can't kill another inmate. They can only victimize somebody that they know is 110% weaker than them. So, hey, Common's a bitch.
But again, though, why? For what? Like, and what would even drive you to get to that point to even be doing that? Especially the old women. Like, I remember a case I heard about where a guy was breaking into houses and molesting the women. They were elderly though. That tripped me out. I was like, what? And he was a young boy. So again, I just kind of just trying to common sense, put it like maybe it's a mental, but man, I don't know, bro. This is for the young. You saying young ones doing this, like beating up women or killing them for what? Like for what? What's the purpose behind this? I don't understand.
If any more
bro.
Details come out, I'm gonna keep y'all
moving
updated.
Like that.
It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Yeah, we wasn't moving like that. I don't understand it. And maybe I would understand it if y'all had a purpose behind the dumb shit y'all doing. Like it never be it's like never like, okay, I see why you did that. I understand. It's never really a logical explanation. And even if it was, it don't make what you're doing okay, but it would at least have some type of like, okay, you know what up? Hey man, if I was in that position, you have some type of agreement on your side or someone that, but y'all are doing some like this is, again, man, I don't understand, man. And for the young ones that's out there, please, man, move the right direction. Let this be a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to ruin your life like that. Think about the consequences before you want to do something like this or even anything that ain't in the right direction. Just think about that. It's it's a price to pay. You know what I mean? Anywho, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Another one, Todd-Town. As always, man, fun one, a great one. I appreciate everybody for the love and support. And like I said, as always, we're going to be doing these drops, man. You already know, ain't nothing to it but to do it. You already know. But until next time, peace.
Yeah. Whoa.